it wasn't until toward the very end of Oxcart that the CIA contacted me and they said, we want you back in, do another job for us. So during the 6-day war, Israel had captured a bunch of Soviet MiGs and Soviet radar. And it was a great concern because, we were in the early stages of Vietnam and our pilots were having a horrible time. The losses were too severe in Vietnam. We were losing way, way too many people to planes that we knew had to be inferior to ours. We were even losing F-4s for getting shot down by MiG-17s, which was Korean War vintage. So I went to the area. It was real simple. Took them a while to get my top secret clearance back, and meanwhile they sent me to the nuclear rocket development station for the NERVA project, developing the nuclear rocket engine. That's where I got to work on it for 3 months, and incidentally I got my Q clearance before I got my top secret. So I ended up with 2 clearances. And anyway, I got out the area, and this is a little bit off the subject of the other Roadrunners, but it gives you an insight of how some of us were selected in the process. But we tore the MiGs down to see how they were made, what kind of paint they had, everything about them, and then we started flying them. Well, this was primarily a Navy project, even though all the agencies had a hand in it. Everybody had a common interest in finding out why they were defeating us. And it was kind of ironic, the first pilots we brought in to dogfight as we got ready to go into the tactical evaluation of the MiGs was the Navy pilots, and they came in their F-4s and their little scarves around their necks thinking they're, Top Gun. And we're proud to say on the first try, we got 100% kill against the Navy with a MiG-17. And but what came out of this is we realized the MiGs were not superior, but they had certain situational environments which they were, and they knew what they were, and that they could trap us into entering that environment. And if we didn't get them on the first try, you better not come back because he's going to get you. I don't care what you got, because they could turn a little faster or whatever it was that turned the trick. So we very quickly realized, too, at the same time that if a pilot could survive 10 missions in a war, he'd probably survive the war. It took them that long to learn all the ropes. So out of this, the Navy was first. They went with Top Gun, and then the Air Force came up with Red Flag. And it continues today. We give all of our pilots that 10 missions in the desert of Nevada instead of on the battlefield. But that was my connection to the programs.